YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Dustin here, back with another video. Listen, um, if you're clicking on this video, it was meant for you. If you're clicking on my channel, make sure you like and subscribe and comment. Um, any positive comments you have for the channel and about yourself, about other people that you know, about me, and we are all about inspiring each other here on this YouTube channel. So I really appreciate you guys being a part of that. Um, I myself have been looking into a lot recently, um, and we're going to get into that. But you ever noticed that the world is changing? Like the way we make money is changing, the way that we deliver our content is changing, the way that we link up with groups is changing, the way that we meet new people is changing. And I think, years and years ago, it was just, you know, it was only Facebook. It was only, you know, I want to say, when I say years, I mean, 7 to 10 maybe. It was only Facebook, that was starting up. We still had email, we still were writing letters to each other, we still were simply sending a text message. But now we have so much more at our fingertips that we can use. And I wanted to talk to you all about something that really just crossed my mind as far as um, you know, our ability to be able to communicate. And I think that if we hang in there long enough, we can bridge the gap between the old technologies and the new, and ultimately find our calling in that, to make income, to offset any income on our taxes, to essentially work for ourselves. And I'm seeing that more now, more than ever. And maybe, just maybe, if you're in the position where you can buy or contribute to NFTs, or you have stocks and bonds that you can actually utilize, that's great. So at that point, if you're spending, let's say, every other weekend, notice there, um, and you want to take a trip with the family, or um, you want to take a couple day vacation, you can actually do that. You don't have to feel bad about taking that time off at work and whatnot. And I just wanted to, talk more about the grind, talk more about the hustle, right? And what the world says um, about how many hours you should be working, and all that stuff. I feel like that is your decision, and you shouldn't be listening to those worldly opinions. But it's all about your balance, right? um it's about what you're comfortable with, but you know what you're comfortable with, that is going to work, balancing that, things that have been tried and true in the past, that have worked in the past, balancing that with the uncomfortable. Maybe the uncomfortable for you requires you putting in a little bit more work than you normally would, and that's okay. That's just part of life. I was reading up on something, and um, it was like different. A lot of these delivery services, like, they make different amounts of money. They make more amounts of money on certain hours of the day than other hours, right? So let's say lunchtime they make more than, or dinner time they make more than breakfast time, or lunchtime they make more than breakfast time, right? Now, that doesn't mean in between they can't be grinding and hustling and doing like a full 9 hour shift, or however many hours in the day that they have available. That doesn't mean that they can't get great orders in between those times. They're actually doing that in those times. They're getting rid of the bad opportunities and only accepting good opportunities because that's where their value is, right? And that's where your value is. Um, you kind of have to set the bar for yourself of what you're going to accept and what you're not, because the world is, I'm talking the world outside of money here for a second, is going to throw you like trash a lot of times. They're really just not going to give you, even with money too. I mean, it's about being in that flow of like, okay, making the right business decisions and just only making ones that not don't inquire risk. We definitely want risk, but um, just ones that are for the utmost and betterment of your company, your LLC. You know, um, it just blows my mind that people are, they have this ambition in them. They have this drive in them that really just blows my mind. I mean, they're doing all these different things to try and make money. They're doing all these different side hustles, and they're working their full-time job. They're logged in their computer. They're doing their taxes. They're doing um, all these great things, right? And it's like, wow, like that should be your driving force. Look around you. Like, what are people doing? Um, I'm talking about, I'm not talking about picking up like, two orders on your day off and then calling it quits type of work. I'm talking about the consistent daily grind, like people who are really getting at it, the top 3%, if you will. And I know, if I'm very blessed to know and fortunate to know a few of those people who have that work ethic. And it's just inspiring. There's nothing left to say. I mean, some of them, they're so much on the grind that I never see them, and it's huge. Hey, what have you been up to? Work. You know, it's like this whole time they have been grinding, and uh, it's it's inspiring. Um, so yeah, guys. I mean, like it's cool. I've been watching humans and people um a lot more lately. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, my neighbors, they were spending the day today because it's supposed to be real nice. It's supposed to be like 87 today, 85. They're spending their day like picking up some brush in my backyard and theirs, because we don't really have a fenced in area back there right now. But this brush, like, particular plant that they had is like a straw plant. So it just made an absolute nightmare of a mess for their backyard and mine. Um, but they're essentially spending their day, you know, cleaning that up. And that, not only for us, but for them, that's inspiring. It's like, and they're being efficient about it and everything. I think that's cool. It shows me that there's still value in, like, there's still good people out there, and there's value in helping each other out. And I think my biggest thing now has been looking at people help each other make money and what they can do. I'm surprised that more people, like, you actually have to go online to find this stuff. Like, people in public are not going to tell you the secrets. You have to follow your online following as, like, you have to treat that as like, okay, these people are my real friends, they're family. That is your family, that is your network. And they're giving you incredible things that you can unlock for your future in earning. And I feel bad because not everybody can take advantage of those opportunities. Maybe they have, maybe they can't. They're letting certain things in life hold them back. So um, I don't want you. I want you and I to be the top 3% who have that work ethic. You see what I'm saying? So I think that is a game changer. Your network, your um, you know, what is actually like fueling your lifestyle at the end of the day too. So um, yeah, guys. I mean, I really am glad that you're here. Ultimately, is what I wanted to tell you, and we have great talks on this channel. But you know, if you have to just take the day to figure out how you're going to get on this track, then that's fine too. But I want us to, we're in this journey together. So I want us to be able to do that together. And I love you all so much. I'll see you all in the next video. And I ultimately just, I'm here for you guys. And I'm here to help you make money and do things that are going to make you successful, and myself too. Remember, we're not all perfect. We don't have it all figured out. Um, I sure don't. So we're learning, and we're here to encourage each other. And if you also want to go out there and do a favor for your neighbor that doesn't cost anything, or it costs a little bit of your time and resources, then you should do that, because good people are what our future is dependent on. And you good people, you are leaders, all of you, and you guys are leaders. So love y'all so much. Talk to you soon. See you on the next video. Bye.